Dear students, today we will learn the story of tea from ninth standard. Before going to read the text, let's discuss the warming up activities. There are some questions in chit chat section, so let's discuss those questions. Okay, the first question: Can you make tea? Can you make tea? If you make tea, then you can say yes, I make tea, or if you can't make tea, then you can say no, I can't make tea. Okay. The second question: How do you make tea? You say yes, I make tea, then you have to tell the process of making tea. Okay. First, I take water in a bowl and I will boil the water, and after few seconds I will add tea powder and sugar, and after that I will add the milk, ginger, and after boiling few seconds I will serve the tea. Okay, so thus I make the tea. Okay. Next, third question: What brand do you like? Here you have to tell the name of the tea powder that you use in your home. Okay. At home, who makes tea or coffee for everybody? In your home, daily who makes tea or coffee? You can say my mother makes tea, or my sister makes tea, or a person who makes the tea. You can mention their name here. Okay. Next question: Have you seen a tea plantation? Have you seen a tea plantation? What was it like? If you have seen a tea plantation, then you can write the name of tea plantation, and also how you felt when you saw the tea plantation. You have to write here. Okay. The next activity you have to write here names of the names of the beverages are given here. Beverages means a liquid substance that consumed that intend to consume for the people. Okay, like tea, coffee, milk, juice, etc. Here are the names of the beverages are here. Here tea, coffee, lime juice and lassi, coconut water and milk. We have to write the related words of these words. Okay. Uh, Two words are given here for tea. When you see the tea, then you remember biscuits, cup. Okay. Whatever you remember, you have to write here. Related words of these beverages. Now let's go to the text. The story of tea. Let us begin with a question. Can you name the most widely consumed beverage in the world after water? Perhaps many of you have guessed the answer. The most popular beverage in the world is tea, the fresh, aromatic brew with which people like to begin their day. See here, there is a description of tea. How it is? It is fresh, aromatic brew. And you know that most people like to begin their day with taking a cup of tea. Okay. It has a refreshing astringent flavor. And when you take a cup of tea, you feel become fresh. It is actually made by brewing, that is, by infusing in boiling water the leaves and shoots of a plant whose botanical name is the Camellia sinensis. The leaves are at first dried, cured, and processed before they are packed and sold to us. Camellia sinensis is an evergreen plant that grows in tropical and subtropical climates. Tea plants require at least 100 to 125 centimeter of rainfall a year and prefer acidic soils. Many of the world's best tea estates are located on hill slopes at elevations of up to 1500 meters. It is said that the tea plants grow slowly and acquire a richer flavor at this height. When the plants mature, only the top 1 to 2 inches of the plant are picked. These buds and leaves are called flushes. A new flush appears on the plant every 7 to 10 days during the peak growing season. Left to grow on its own, the tea plant may actually grow into a small tree. But in all tea gardens, the plants are pruned and kept at a height of about 3 feet, means waist high, to enable easy plucking of the leaves. The teas we buy are usually classified according to their leaf size. Accordingly, we have first Assam type of tea, and it is characterized by the largest leaves. You know that the tea plants from Assam, they have the largest leaves. China type, the second one is China type, and it is characterized by the smallest leaves. And you know that China tea plants have the smallest leaves. And the third one is Cambode, and it is characterized by leaves of intermediate size. You know, in Cambode country, the tea plants have the leaves, but they are not too big or too small, means they are intermediate size. We have three very distinct and different tea growing regions in India. Each of these regions is famous for the special type of tea it produces, which are unique in taste, aroma, strength, and flavor. The three regions are Darjeeling in northeastern India, Assam in far northeast India, and Nilgiris in South India. Most people agree that tea is a refreshing drink. It contains no carbohydrates, fat, or proteins. You know that the tea doesn't contain carbohydrates, fat, or proteins. But what gives tea its special and distinctive flavor is theanine as well as caffeine. Means theanine and caffeine are in the tea leaves, means the tea leaves contain theanine and caffeine, and the tea leaves doesn't contain carbohydrates, fat, or proteins, and the tea leaves contains theanine and caffeine, which give the drink its stimulating quality. How and when did people first begin to drink tea? An amusing story has come down to us from Chinese legends. You know that uh, when the people started to drink tea first, and there are lots of amusing stories behind that. And You can find those stories in the from Chinese legends. It is said that Emperor Shennong, the father of Chinese agriculture and medicine, was on his travels. Means Emperor Shennong was traveling one day. And Emperor Shennong was called the father of agriculture and medicine. And he was traveling one day when a servant was boiling some water for the emperor to drink. And on the way, the emperor became thirsty and they stopped at a place. And the emperor's servant started to boil the water to drink for the emperor. Just then, a few leaves from nearby tree blew into the boiling water. And the servant was boiling the water under the tree, and the leaves from the nearby tree fall down into the boiling water. The water immediately changed color. After falling the leaves in water, the water color is changed. On drinking the water, the emperor was amazed by the rich flavor and the refreshing quality of the resulting infusion. And the emperor Shennong liked the taste of that water because some leaves had fall down into the boiling water, and the water changed its color. And not only changed its color, but also the water changed its taste also. And the Emperor Shennong liked that taste of that water. Excited by the unknown plant and its amazing flavor, he carried out further investigations and discovered that tea had many healing and restorative properties and could also be used as an antidote to certain poisons. And that Emperor Shennong was so happy about that new plant, and he started to inquire everywhere. And after that, after lots of days, he discovered that tea had many healing and restorative properties and could also be used as an antidote to certain poisons. Yet another legend tells us that it was a Buddhist monk named Bodhidharma. There was another person and he was a monk, and his name was Bodhidharma because he was belong from the Buddhist, who was the first to use tea as a drink. And that who was started to drink the tea first. He was keen to find a herb or a medicinal plant which would help him stay awake and after alert for long periods of time in prayer and meditation. Means the tea help us to aware in the whole night sometimes. After considerable search and trial, he found that shaving leaves from the tea shrub acted as a stimulant, helping him stay awake. It was he who introduced tea among his disciples in China. It is said that Japanese priests studying under Buddhist teachers in China carried tea seeds and leaves back home with them. Turkish traders also began to bargain for tea Mongolia, on the border of Mongolia. In fact, the story goes that the Chinese emperor Huizong was so taken up with tea that he set up a research into the best tea whisking methods and and also hosted tea making and tea tasting tournaments in the court. So tea minded was he that he failed to notice that Mongolia So tea-minded was he that he failed to notice that Mongolia had actually taken over his empire.